I'll give you some call to action that what exactly my role as LCP or LCVP in this membership experience design, what should I do after this session? And last, I have some time, depending on how we do the FTP and everything, we'll take some Q&A. So I hope you all are clear. In any phase of session, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me. All right, cool, amazing. Next, move on to the next part, which is, okay, before we begin, just tell me if this sounds very familiar to you, okay? There's a lot of work in ISEC. You hear this around you. I'm not being able to accomplish all of my tasks. Your members might say this, your TLs, you must have heard your TL saying this, or you might have yourself said this. That is a lot of work, we're not able to finish all the tasks. We're worried about numbers all the time, then we forget the main thing, which is the leadership experience. We do not do what needs to be done in order to grow sustainably. They're growing disruptively, but then we forget about the sustainability. My own VP made me lose all the motivation because the way he or she leads me, and that's why I hesitate staying in ISEC or I quit. So how many of these stories we actually know? If you know some of these stories, you can put like a thumbs up sticker in your chat or just type yes in the chat. All right, amazing. This is not, so basically a lot of people are saying so many, right? So this is very evident that we are hearing these things from the membership or from the team leaders in the organization. And when from the regional office side, when I talk to the MCPs or when I talk to the MCPM commission, I hear this, that we don't have enough members in the organization, or our members are not staying long enough. The members are joining and they're staying for not staying more than 6 to 8 months in the organization. Or we are losing our culture because most of the MCPs are from old times, like a dinosaur time, and then they had a very different ISEC back then. And ISEC now is not the same. So I hear this a lot of time. Our leadership pipeline is decreasing year by year. You are now LCVPs. You must have opened your team leader application and you know how many people applied for per position and per role, right? So this is something, a conversation around us. Our team leaders don't have leadership reference. So what I mean by this is they have directly jumped from member to team leader in a very short time. That's why they don't have enough capacity of management and things like that. We don't know how to adapt TM processes with membership experience. This is the biggest challenge, or this is the biggest thing I have been hearing as a regional manager from all the MCPs and MPLC. We have a lot of processes, we have a lot of checklists, but we don't know how to combine those checklists or those processes with actual membership experiences. So, what are you feeling about the experience to our membership? I would invite 3 people to share. So you can one person can turn on your mic and say, and then I will assign.
Prayog, your mic is mute. Prayog, your mic is mute.
Yes, one person can share. Just a second, we're giving speaking rights. So you can unmute yourself.
Hi. Well, hello, everyone. My name's Justin. I'm from ISEC in Sydney, so LCBP, OG, and marketing. So I feel like in my LC, our membership experience can be a lot more better. So this is in terms of like senior members. So we want to like challenge them and open up like more different opportunities, such as like mentoring role, and ensure that they feel challenged and always apply for a higher position. So that's what I feel like about membership. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin, for sharing that. I can take one more sharing. Can another person share?
Right. Hi, guys. My name is Mudit, and I'm from ISEC in Chennai. All right. So, what I particularly feel about the feelings that our membership get is that they don't experience that they want into the. Basically, when someone joins ISEC, they don't join ISEC just for working or just for say getting into the operations part of it. Because if they had to do that, they would definitely join some other startup and get a stipend for doing that, right? But if they are joining ISEC, they are doing it for much bigger picture, which is to actually impact the world and actually impact themselves, impact the people around them. So what I feel right now is that people are not getting the wholesome experience, but at least for this year, at least in perspective of ISEC in Chennai, it's much better in terms of how membership is feeling right now, because the kind of opportunities that we are providing them as an EB are much more broad perspective. Yeah, that's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that from Askin Chennai. I'll take one last person, so you can unmute yourself and start talking.
Can I go?
Min, will you raise your hand?
Can I go? Dippy?
It's typical or maker, like the weekend girl. Yeah.
Yes, Min, are you talking? I can't hear you. We're the next one who raised the hand. Min from Askin.
Okay.
Or
So,
MIT. Yeah.
hi everyone. I'm Min from Isaac and MIT. So, we did talk about this yesterday with the whole commission, and we feel like, senior membership who don't wish to apply for higher role, I want to give them like a more fulfilling experience, because we always say that senior members should apply for higher role. But for me, I want to give them their own ladder. Yeah.
Right. Thank you for sharing. Like, so it's evident, like some of like from as in Australia, Chennai, in India, and Vietnam. So we are seeing this mutual feeling across Asia Pacific, and not just Asia Pacific. Let me assure you, it's all over the world. So what exactly we're doing about it and how to move forward. All right. So next. So to give you a little bit of a global context, this is the membership histogram from ISEC International from 2015 to until the Q4 of 2019. So initially, if you see the 2015, the highest number of membership we had is, if you see in Q4, it's going 2009 in the whole organization. So we are seeing less members. We are seeing a global decline in the number of members we have. That leads to lesser pipeline. That leads to lower retention, people staying for a short time, people not continuing for a longer time. That leads to we having not experienced leaders on the leadership positions. We are seeing members jumping the tiers from members to VPs or TLs to MCVPs and things like that. We are seeing that across organization, across the hierarchical level. There is a lot of pressure on your membership and team leaders, and there is a lot of micromanagement. We are already seeing the LCVPs are doing the work of team leaders, or team leaders are doing the work of team members, and the team members are lost or they don't understand what's happening and they leave in a short time. So this is a bit of a global context. To give you a bit more is that why exactly this happened, what is the reason behind this global decline in the membership, and why it is important for us to focus on global membership experiences. And right now, these are the top 5 reasons we from National believe that this is why this happened. Is that one is our strategy changed. That in earlier times we had membership as one of the product of ISEC. Now it is not. And with the global with the declining of membership, we had less members, but we are expecting more and more efficiency from the membership. In the same phase, we introduced a new product called Global Entrepreneur. So we had the same number of members, which started reducing. But in the same phase, we introduced another product, which is Global Entrepreneur. So we had less members per product, and that led to needing of more team leaders, because there is a new product called GE, and then we need team leaders for GE, but we had less membership. So it led to lesser and lesser pipeline. From continuing from that, what happened is we started putting newbies, like people who joined in the organization for less than 6 months, we put them into team leaders role earlier. So what happened is that led to them having poor management capacity. And since they did not have team leader experience, or they did not have management capacity, the members they led, they had poor membership experiences. So this is another major reason. And then in all of that, you know that we started focusing on performance, production, nothing bad with that. But with lesser membership, with less team leaders, and with their poor management capacity, when we started pushing for performance, we had poor efficiency and poor retention rate, because members started getting burnout, the team leaders did not know how to deliver proper team standards. They did not have proper JDs, and they were feeling the pressure. And last but not the least, because of the performance management tactics we have seen in the last 1 year, especially, we started firing members a lot, and then we had the member rollout on a shorter period. So in every recruitment period, we saw an increase in the number of people we are firing and an increase in the number of people we are hiring. So our TM strategies changed. That led to a lot of pressure, burnout, and again micromanagement from the team leader in order to take the role of the take role of this. For example, team leaders working on a team member job and LCPs working on a team leader job. So these are a couple of reasons why this happened, why this global membership decline happened, and why this membership experience is getting poorer and poorer. So these are some of the root causes behind why members are leaving and members are not having good experiences. That's why how we are exactly working on it. To give you more evidence, so this is from the global engagement survey which we all filled. If you see, around only 21% of the members, the one you see in orange and in sky blue, are able to achieve their goals or actually are overachieving. About 40% of the people, which is the majority, are in the average. But the concerning part is the rest 40% of the membership we have, they either do not have a goal, or they're not able to perform, or they are performing below average. So we started having the effect of the poor membership experiences directly on the performance as well. And this all led to a lab of MAPI data for you, that overall membership NPS, this is something we collect from the global engagement survey, is that overall, on an average, we had 8.2 as an overall NPS versus 8.4, which is an average globally. And especially in AP, the team members' average NPS is 7.8. To give you a scale, is that anything below 8 and below is considered not good. Only 9 and 10 is acceptable because that is only considered as a good membership experience. So on average, the membership team member AP NPS is 7.8 versus 8.1 in global. So this all indicates that in Asia Pacific especially, the kind of experiences we are delivering to the members are not up to the standard. So what do we do? So globally, in order to tackle all those issues, we are working on majorly 3 strategies. So what needs to happen is we need to increase the capacity of our team leaders. We need to ensure that we have more aligned HR. So that means more members and idle membership, percentage idle membership. When you plan your recruitment, how much idle members you plan and how much you actually recruit to align the idle HR increase and the membership experience design itself. So I hope by all of this, you got a very clear gist of why membership experience is important and why we're working on it. So now after a while, let me directly dive into what exactly is the membership experience and how as an LCP or LCP is going to lead the membership experience. To give you a one-line definition of membership experience is simply, it's a strategy to clarify the touch points our members need to live to have a complete ISEC experience. I'll repeat, it's a simple strategy to clarify the touch points our team members need to live in ISEC in order to have a complete ISEC experience. This is a one-line definition of membership experience. So it's not something new. It's not something out of the world. It's not something from another planet. It's just simply the things we already do, just clarifying those things and having a strategy around the touch points of the membership experience in order to have them more fulfilling and complete ISEC experience. Are you clear till this point? Yeah, right? Yes. Amazing. So I'll give you another theory for another 5 minutes and then we'll directly jump into the activity. All right. So going deeper into this membership experience is why I designed this membership experience. Again, I explained, but the 3 main reasons we have is to ensure that there is a connection between all the TM processes, talent management processes we have, to connect that with the membership experience, to ensure or to eliminate the poor membership experiences we are having in the organization, and majorly to understand what membership needs from a member's perspective. We always talk about putting yourself in customer's shoes, but we fail to understand that our members also are our customers, right? So we need to understand experience from their perspective. So these are 3 main reasons because of which we're working on this membership design. So how it was created is basically the international TM steering team and the TM GSTs started working on it, and they went through a whole process on agenda, and then they had the Euro Expo Summit where they majorly worked on it. So just to give you a timeline, so initially we worked with it with the steering team summit, and then we had the validation and consolidation of the summit output, and then right now we are in currently the piloting phase, and then from here onwards what will happen is we will go. So I hope you're here. Yeah, all right, now you can hear me. All right, thank you.
Yes.
So in membership experiences, these are the 4 phases which we have. We went through all that process of validating, and then we created 4 steps in order to consolidate the whole membership experience. The 4 phases are recruitment, onboarding, experiencing, and advancing. All are self-explanatory. Recruiting means we recruit the membership, onboarding is we onboard the membership, experiences is then when they experience in ISEC the whole membership experience, and then they advance. So either they go to an ex-ISEC role, or they choose to leave ISEC, or they choose to they leave ISEC and go to be another role. So these are the advancing phase. One clarification point I want to make here is that we don't want to conflict the membership experience with any of the other talent management processes. So it is not something different, but it is something coexisting. So this is something which you all know, get, develop, and keep. I hope all of you know. So these are the TM processes. These are the talent management processes we have in ISEC. The talent management team is responsible to ensure that these processes are delivered in a local community. And the building performance closing are the team standards which we have in ISEC, which is every team leader is responsible for. So the membership experience design, all the 4 phases are supposed to coexist and align with all these TM processes along with team standard. This is not something new. This is something already aligning to the current processes which we have. I hope you're super clear to this point. All clear? Is it audible now? All right, amazing. Cool. I will speak like this. Sorry for the voice. All right, amazing. So after understanding the reason, after understanding what is membership experience, and after understanding why it is required, let me tell you how exactly to implement the membership experience design. Let me give you an example. So I will go through each step one by one. So we have all these 4 phases. Recruiting. So a new member join the organization. The first 5 phases in recruitment are: the first members get attracted, the member gets signed up, the member gets selected, the member is in the process of selection, and in the process of being nurtured. So these are the 5 phases, the 5 processes we identify for a phase called recruitment. Then the member goes to the next phase, which is onboarding. That they get a welcome booklet, they attend the first LC touch point, they attend the first team meeting, that they receive the first task, they have the first one-to-one with the team leaders. Then they go into the experiencing phase. This is where the magic happens. This is the value delivery phase for membership experience, which is where they attend the conference, they have team days, TDP, they learn, they interaction, they fail for the first time, they understand the R&R, they either win an award or lose an award or don't get it. They learn, they still continue, they get ownership, they develop ownership, they understand they have much higher responsibility, they want to achieve more things, and they feel recognized, supported, and then last but not least, they go to an advancing phase. That after the one successful role or even a failure where they have a lot of learning, they choose to advance to a different role in it. They are informed about the opportunities, they want to apply, they are nurtured, they prepare themselves, they have the debrief with the parent team, they have individual debrief, basically the closing teams and the processes, they apply, they get selected or not selected. If not selected, they get learnings. If they're selected, they get transition, and they transition to the next role. And the whole thing happens all over again. So these are the 4 phases, and these are about 30 things we have clarified so far as a processes inside membership experience design. Are you guys clear so far? All right, I'll speak slow. I'm sorry. And there's a lot of information I tend to speak. Amazing. Cool, like a pool. All right, nice. So what we're going to do exactly is we're going to go deeper into each of the processes, and in the activity, you will get a time to create a flow for your own processes. In order to give you more examples, I will go through one or maximum two examples, and then I'll give you the activity. To give you an example, let's go deeper into a recruiting phase. So this is all overall the recruiting phase where I first get attracted, I sign up, nurtured in the process and select. Let's go deeper into the first process of phase recruiting. Okay, so this is the first phase. I first get attracted. Now some of you may have seen it. We send an email that we ask you to go through the materials. And I hope you have gone through it. If you're not, I'm going to give you the links. But that's where you will see this. So the explanation of this phase. So what is the first contact with ISEC? How the members' attention was captured and what exactly ISEC does in this phase in order to gain the attention of the members. The challenge is member phase. I don't fully understand what my daily role will be. Am I going to be abroad for joining, or what's the difference in ISEC? So the main question the member answers in this phase is, how is ISEC relevant for me? Shall I join or shall I not join? Shall I do the recruitment or not do the recruitment? This is the main question members need to answer. How they should feel in the end after ISEC does all the processes is, this is what I need. I see it as an opportunity. I understand what ISEC does and a member does. What is the ISEC role in this? So these are the three roles. What is the team standard? So far none, because we are not part of the team. The process, DM process, is get, persona building, and talent attraction. And the expectation we have from the member is to have a clear understanding of what ISEC does, what are its values, what is the job, how to sign up, what are the next steps of processes, and to receive clear objective messages from ISEC. So this is the explanation of first process of first phase, which is recruiting. Clear so far? Amazing. So this is how we're going to create the processes for all 30 things. This is something we have worked on, we are working on since the whole year, since the last semester. But what we would like to encourage is all of you to design the membership experience of your own health. So there are a few more examples in this presentation, because when you're going to get this presentation, you can go through it. So another example of onboarding. In onboarding, we have these 5 things. The first thing is welcome booklet. All the same thing. What is the explanation of welcome booklet? The focus on the question that members needs to answer in that phase. So in the welcome booklet, what is the question the members needs to answer is, what are my first steps and how can I prepare? So basically the membership experience design is putting yourself in a member's shoes and designing the whole phase, designing the whole process according to what members need. As simple as that, through the various touch points. So these are some more examples in experiencing phase. The things, 8 things, 12 things, the first confidence, in advancing phase. These are the 5 things, the explanation of one thing. So once you get the presentation, you can go through it and read it. But it's pretty self-explanatory. Now I'm directly jumping into the activity. Now hope you have understood, you have a basic idea of why membership experience design is important. What are the 4 phases? And in each phase, there are processes. Now let's work on these processes in your LC. So I'm going to give you clear instruction. So pay attention to the next instructions very clearly. Okay. So let's have an activity where you design this. So you will be divided into groups based on each phase. So based on each phase, there will be 24 groups. So there will be 6 groups for each phase. All right. Only focus on your phase. I have given the I will send this link onto the chat also. You can also go through this link called eis.pc/VAPCMXP, virtual APC membership experience. So this is where you will find a folder. You will find 4 folders for recruitment, onboarding, experiencing, and thank you for sharing that link in the chat. This is where you will go. You will find 4 folders: recruiting, advancing, experiencing, and onboarding. Inside that, there is an Excel sheet. What you need to do is all 6 groups need to make your own copy. All right. Once you are assigned into the breakout group, assign one person as a timekeeper, one person as a minute taker, and one person as a moderator of the group. All right. So there will be 3 important people. One person will moderate the discussion, one person will take the minutes, basically type it, or make the copy and type it, and one person will keep the time. final output I'm expecting from this activity right now is a clear flow from the beginning to the end of phase 6. So in the sheet, you will find different tabs. So you can create one tab for each processes, and then you can duplicate it. And last but not the least, I will give you the link in the next slide to upload your output. And yeah, that's it. You have 15 minutes for this activity. Right now it's 1:36 here. So we will run this activity till 1:50 GMT plus 8. And then we'll come back. So before I break out you into the room, so this is how the rooms are going to look like. Pay attention. Recruitment room, the breakout room 1 to 6, focus on recruitment. The breakout room 7 to 12, your phase is onboarding. The breakout room 13 to 18, your phase is experiencing. The breakout room 19 to 24, your phase is advancing. Is it clear?
Clear.
Amazing. Amazing. I will also send this into the group. And before I break you out into the rooms, I have quick 3 tips for you. So you need to forget what is normal, what is common, what is standard. Just focus on that process, what the member should receive. You can use all the touch points which already exist, like the first LCM, the first conference, first team meetings, things like that. You can also create as many new ones as you want. So remember, membership experience is about defining the strategies of touch points. You can create more, and you can also create new ones. Okay, amazing. Thanks. Don't overthink. Your time is limited, just 15 minutes. Use all the resources and the driver's knowledge of the group. These are the tips I have, and these are the links I've already sent you on the email. And I'm sharing it again once again. So for recruitment group 1 to 6, go there. These are the sample ones which we already have from AI. The working sheets, you will find it here, AIS.EC/BAPCMXP. And these are the global material which we already have for the same. All right. So your 15 minutes start now. Tech, can you help me to create 24 breakout rooms? All right. Let's wait for a couple of minutes to join. Amazing. Nice. We have about 40 or 50 members left. If we join the main chat. Amazing. All right. Nice. I was actually going through some of your outputs, and some of you have compiled, like done with all the processes. So that's good. I see some of you are not completing. Some of you are in the middle of the process. That is completely fine. These sheets are going to be with you. You can try to work on with your buddy on a later time. But let's recap what happened. Okay. So you had some working time to work on each of the processes, and okay, amazing. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
True.
Alright, amazing.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thanks. Cool. So let's recap what happened. So some of you completed it, some of you not. So it's completely fine. You can still work on it. You have access to all the materials. In a moment, I will give you the link to upload. Basically, it's the same link where you guys have to copy, but I'll give you the edit rights once the session is done. Then you can upload your output, and then we can screen through it. So couple of pointers I want to mention to you before we consolidate to this activity is that membership experience is not the solution for all of our problems related to membership. This is just an additional strategy to ensure that all the touch points which we have, we deliver them very clearly. All right. And membership experience is more than a strategy. It's basically a mindset change. So if you're not able to look at your members, you won't be able to implement. So basically, whenever you design this processes with your LCs, with your MCs, soon for your own versions in your own LCs, make sure that you put membership at the center of everything you do. Membership at the center, and then design the process accordingly. it is supposed to, membership experience is supposed to guide the implementation of team standards and team processes. It's not the opposite. So don't look at, okay, now I have to implement get process, so let's do membership experience around get process. No, it doesn't happen like that. We have to focus on the 4 phases of membership experience design, which is recruitment, onboarding, experience and advancing, and design your TM process and team standard implementation around that. And last but not the least, understand that how you're going to take forward this topic in your LC and MC. So in the next LCM or in a virtual LCM, make sure that you do this kind of activity, do a similar simulation. I know 15 minutes was less, but that's all we have unfortunately, because we have much more sessions to attend in this APC. But make sure that you do this with your LCs whenever you have, whenever you get time. I will go through the output. I will go through all of your outputs soon. So the link to upload your sheets is the same. I will open the access once the session is over. Because right now I didn't give the edit rights because we wanted to just copy paste. We don't want to edit in the same sheet. It's the same link where you need to upload your output. So I should have like 24 outputs of all 24 breakout rooms. And some of the call to actions I have is basically the first one is to upload your sheets there. Second thing, which is another most important thing I want all of you to do, is now we understand the global strategies for the membership experience design. From the AP regional office also, we have one project which caters to succession management, which is one of the regional wings, which is I'm leading, is to understand more about the succession management, about the membership pipeline issue, about the membership experience issue, especially in AP region. We want to understand the root cause of membership not having a good experiences, especially within AP. In such a diverse group, such a diverse region as AP, we have different grievances across different entities. So I want all of your membership, like members, team leaders, LCPs, LCPs, to fill this AP member perception survey. Is that the link is ASHC/APMVP. This is the link, and then fill the survey by 31st of March. Take 10 minutes of your time to make sure that the Asia Pacific region understands why members are leaving the organization, what is the experience, and how we can improve it. So this is the second call to action from this session. The third thing is the global TM steering team and the regional managers teams created something for you guys to work on during this COVID situation where all of us are working virtually. So these are some of the guides. These are really cool. You can thank your TM steering team for this. Is that we have this something called how to deliver the TM touchpoints on a virtual platform. So this is the link for how to deliver team standards virtually, how to deliver different touchpoints virtually, and how to adapt different JDs. So during this period, you're working from home, during this period of home quarantine, what are the different JDs you can assume, how to work on membership improvement, and how to work on job description, touchpoints, and team standards. These are the links. I will send. We'll upload this today, and then you can check all the links and the output. And last call to action, but not the least, is don't just work on your phase which you work right now. Make sure that you, through your virtual touch points, through your virtual LCMs, through your virtual JDs also, you work, make sure that you put that as one of your JDs, that by the time you're out of this quarantine period, you should have like clear output of the membership experience design in your own LC. Make sure you host such spaces virtually for your own LC. Is it clear so far? Any questions? Amazing. Thanks for the links. This is again, I'm once again giving all the links. You'll have all the output and you'll have everything. And as promised, we can take a couple of questions. No, oh, sorry. I'm sorry, what you can do is you can send me the questions. Yes, I'll open the permission to upload right now after the session. So, and also don't forget to give the feedback for this particular session. We'll send you the feedback links. We'll also open the links to upload you, and the feedback link. You're just sending it right now in the chat. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure that you are attending the next sessions also, which you have mentioned. And that's it from my side. We'll send you the feedback links and all also open the access for uploading the output. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me and personally or email. Yeah, that's it. That's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Just hold on.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.